Hi, it's Trey Miller, and I'm pleased to be here today with my friend Jack Honderd. Jack is a longtime Brookhaven resident, architect, developer, just an overall huge proponent of Brookhaven. Jack, thanks for doing this interview.
My pleasure, Trey.
You know, when we talk about the future of Brookhaven, you know, and this is kind of something that's really been going around with everybody. Everybody's been asking me this about it incorporating, about Brookhaven incorporating. I mean, really, does it make sense? Why does it? Why doesn't it? I mean, is it a reality? I really would love to get your, thoughts on that.
I think we need to take our time and really vet these ideas carefully. Becoming the city of Brookhaven is not a magic bullet to solve the problems of Brookhaven or to separate ourselves from the issues we see in DeKalb County.
Sure. What would you think those issues? I mean, just to unpack that a little bit further. I mean, what could people think incorporating? What problems could they solve? I mean, if there are people out there thinking.
Well, I think the main issue for a lot of people is they feel like they're being controlled by South DeKalb voters. South DeKalb voters have political control of DeKalb County, but North DeKalb voters are the main taxpayers and provide most of the funding for DeKalb County.
Sure.
And so as I think the result of that in a lot of people's mind is that there's a transfer of tax dollars from the north side to the south side.
Sure.
But what's brought up often is north side people now saying that we're ignored politically by we don't have enough control over the zoning and how our communities develop, and we don't have enough control over how our tax dollars are spent. And by having more local control over that, we'll be happier and stronger communities.
So is it something that you think will happen? I mean, you said earlier that, let's vent all the ideas, let's put them, because it sounds like it's not a fix necessarily, immediate, quick fix.
Well, the biggest problem with it is the boundaries drawn for Brookhaven make it what they call a designer city. They were drawn for tax purposes to make sure that there was enough tax base here. They were not drawn by normal neighborhood boundaries. So, whereas the center of Brookhaven is right here by the MARTA station, a lot of the population of this new city of Brookhaven will be up at Murphy-Camden Park, Ashford Alliance area, all the way up to 285. That will be a substantial voting bloc who may not have the same allegiance to the city center. They have allegiances to perimeter, they have allegiances to development up on Ashford Dunwoody and Johnson Ferry.
Of course.
They have allegiance to Chambly. In some ways, from a neighborhood geographical standpoint, they're more strongly related to Chambly than they are to Brookhaven.
Sure.
So that's an issue. Then you have the tax base coming from Buford Highway. Century Center has now been carved back out, but Executive Park is in it. And again, the whole Buford Highway corridor has never really been part of Brookhaven from a community sense.
Sure.
But it's necessary from a tax-based sense so that Brookhaven can be self-supporting. If you just took what are the normal Brookhaven, recognized as the normal Brookhaven neighborhoods, you don't have the tax base to support a new city. So what you're going to have is some different political blocks, and it's not at all clear how well that's going to come together to psychologically, through a civic commitment to feel like a unified city.
Yeah.
It's not like a Decatur or even a Chambly, where there's a clear city center with a clear constellation of housing developments or residential neighborhoods around it that belong to that civic center.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to take our community of Brookhaven and make it much larger. And I think when you get much larger, you kind of lose the community aspect of it. And I love the smaller, intimate community aspect that Brookhaven offers.
Well, I think Brookhaven will be the second largest city, or the second largest city in the metro area, only next to second to Johns Creek, I believe. So yes, it will be.
Yeah, it'll be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that statistic, but you can check that. I think that's right. It may be the second largest in DeKalb County, second to Dunwoody or so, but it's right up there. I think it's a little bit larger than Dunwoody,
I
actually.
mean, is that something people are going to vote on in November?
Well, you know, Mike Jacobs has been pushing this quite hard, and he has control of this, the momentum of it basically in the state legislature. So I think he's determined that it should be voted on this November. There are other people saying, let's slow down, let's wait another year. There is no rush. This is a big decision.
Sure.
And whether it's made in 2012 or 2013 or 2014 really shouldn't matter.
Right, I agree. Thanks so much for this incredible opportunity.
All right.
So nice to hang out with you for a little while.
My pleasure. Thank you for being interested in Brookhaven.
Oh, listen, I'm, of course, been in Brookhaven for 15 years myself. I eat it, sleep it, breathe it. I love it. It's, for me, Brookhaven, when I'm talking to people about buying and selling real estate in Brookhaven, you're not buying a house or a townhome or a condo. You're buying a lifestyle. You're buying a community.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have so many great things right here in Brookhaven. So I love it. And I'm never leaving. I'm gonna raise my family. People always say, where are you moving next? I'm never moving. My kids are growing up in that house, and we're gonna be there forever. So my kids will come home from college and see their bedrooms and all that kind of thing.
Lovely.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'm Trey Miller.